Electric Cafe.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Electric Cafe. Today's album review is on Linea Aspera's debut album from 2012. Linea Aspera is a Darkwave EBM synth pop band, and it's made up of two people. Allison Lewis is the lead singer, and then Ryan Ambridge did the music. They did two albums and a few singles under this name. Also, I followed Allison Lewis. She also records under Zanius, I believe it is, and then also Kellular, which is a little bit more darker stuff. But really enjoy this album. They're definitely one of my favorite albums in the sound. Probably one of the best Darkwave EBM, even female-led. I shouldn't say even, but probably one of the stronger Darkwave and EBM albums that I know about in the last 10 to 12 years, and also one of the best female lead singers of EBM and Darkwave as well. And so, yeah, I'm going to play you all their 8 tracks so you can listen to them. If you don't know this band, definitely check this album out with me. This will be the first time I'm actually rating it, though. You'll see my score above each track. And then I'll get back with you at the end and discuss my overall thoughts on the album and each track as well. So yeah, let's check out the tracks on Linea Aspera's debut album from 2012.
scale is temporal. I have the spine, but I just won't dig you up. You buried yourself in acid soil. You buried yourself in acid soil, and bones dissolve, and bones dissolve. We were waiting for the stones to fall. We were waiting for the stones to fall. We were waiting for the stones to fall. And cities crumble, cities crumble. The city is melting. While you buried yourself in acid soil, and bones dissolve, and bones dissolve. The city is melting. And all this time we were dreaming, we're taking in the scenery. Waving to the people in the fields, this is life to me, as far as the eye can see. And you were dead, you were dead, you were dead to me. I was twisted up in Swayze shrines, and you were the anomaly, a conceited disease. Time spent in foreign lands as a cure, it seems, and it triggered a change in me. This is an unfamiliar strain, I have no immunity. Ravenous and unrelenting, pathogenic and parasitic. This is unclean, and it has to be treated. Parasite in the bloodstream. This is unclean, this is unclean. And he's been feeding on everything. I was twisted up in Swayze shrines, and you were the anomaly, a conceited disease. Time spent in foreign lands as a cure, it seems, and it triggered a change in me. He's a protozoan, he's just a filthy protozoan. Parasite in the bloodstream. This is unclean, this is unclean. I was twisted up in Swayze shrines, and you were the anomaly, a conceited disease. Time spent in foreign lands as a cure, it seems, and it triggered a change in me. The roads were dry and dusty, the roads were dry and dusty. We were taking in the scenery. Waving to the people in the fields, this was life to me, as far as the eye could see. And you were dead, you were dead, you were dead to me. I was twisted up in Swayze shrines, and you were the anomaly, a conceited disease. Time spent in foreign lands as a cure, it seems, and it triggered a change in me. He's just a filthy protozoan. He's just a filthy protozoan. Let me tread your wilderness. It's hell in there, but I'll find my way. 'Cause the jungle is home to me. The jungle is home to me. The jungle is home to me. And we would never suffer again. We would never suffer again. We would never suffer again. Hand just fits in hand. Tendons crafted, intertwined, intertwined.
Alright, so there you got a chance to check out each track from Linea Aspera's debut album from 2012. As you can see from my scores, very strong album. Really like this album a lot. Been a big fan of this group and of this album since I got this. I think I found this probably around 2016, a couple years after it came out, and followed them, over the last 10 years. But just an awesome album. This is like next level EBM with a touch of 80s vintage sound in a lot of ways. This is what EBM should sound like. This is what you want from your EBM. Like, it's very powerful, it's melodic, it's well programmed, it's well paced, it has a good balance. She has a great voice. It's dramatic, it's sultry, it's sexy, it's just everything. Like and then on top of it, the music is just fantastic. The songs are, I think, one of the best things that you can say about a good EBM band, a good Darkwave sound, is when the songs stand up as good as instrumentals as they do as the originals. Like, if there was no vocals on these, I would still be a huge fan of this album. Like, it's just a combination of Allison's voice. It's just a bonus, and really it's a game changer. Like, her voice is just, it's epic. It's kick-ass. Like, they're just, you can just tell these are people that understand what's going on in dance music. Like, when they wrote this, like, this is already 13 years old and it still sounds like well ahead of the game of what's going on right now. And then I think of the other albums that they've come out since, and the other projects Allison's been involved in. Just some excellent music they've done. Allison's voice is so powerful. It's almost like militant, and it's almost like spacey in a way too, like celestial. Like, she has this like aura about her voice that's really, it's almost sultry too. But I really like when she sings on the softer side too. Like, one of the last songs, I think, is Reunion, which is a really nice change of pace to the album, because most of them are different tempos of upbeat, but that one's kind of a little bit laid back. Her voice is great in here. Her voice in Synopsis, the first track, which is such a catchy track, but her voice can be such a great balance. It's a perfect voice for this sound too. Also, a bonus is the lyrics are really cool. I didn't go in the depth about the lyrics, but it looks like, she's talking about being infected with a virus and some other things that seem like very kind of futuristic and sci-fi too, which goes great with the music. So, it seems like the lyrics are pretty cool. But this is what you want from your EBM. Like, such a, strong album. I do wish there was like one song that was sort of epic in a different way. Like, if it went on like 6 or 8 minutes, and it could show that they could do a different pacing of an album, of a song, and sort of see if it could flow in different ways. Everything on here is very concise and in some ways like almost perfect. All 8 tracks are in between 3 minutes and 45 seconds and 4 minutes and 18 seconds. They're all within about 25 seconds of each other, all 8 tracks, which is it's cool and everything. But I wish there was one track that sort of was longer and sort of, was paced a little differently, just to see if it was, like, something like that would sort of push me over the edge to give it a 9. Like, if there was a little bit more well-roundedness in here. Like, in some respect, as far as like the vintage new style of doing vintage style, this one does have that, because it almost has electroclash in here. It almost touches on, well, like track number 7, Lamania, I think that's how you pronounce it, has electroclash on there. It even feels like it's like a Italo disco based, and then of course you have your EBM synth pop and Darkwave in here, so it's even touching on some other styles of dance music in here. So, it hits on that point. I wish it kind of hit on a little bit more of a level of a flow of a track, to where it's, maybe it could have been a 2-minute track and an atmospheric intro and an outro to sort of tie a bow on this album. But maybe there would have been a 9th track that was, epic in a different way and sort of was paced out differently just to show that they could do that as well. But as it is, everything's really tight and concise here. Every track is like gets in and gets out. Excuse me. Every track gets in and gets out of here. It's just like, a lot of them are dramatic tracks, cinematic track like Preservation Bias. Love the chorus in Malaron. Just an awesome album. This is definitely what you want from your EBM. Like this band kicks ass. I don't know if they're around anymore. It's been like 7 years since they released their last album, or maybe that was 2020. I keep thinking 2018, but maybe it was 2020. I think it was 2018 actually. But yeah, great album. 83 out of 100. Linea Aspera's debut album from 2012. Such a cool album. Curious to know what your thoughts were and what your scores were, and also curious to know your overall thoughts on the album. All right, thanks so much.
Cafe.